Hi, Michelle. Welcome to the PCG podcast.
Hi, Sarah. I'm super happy to be here.
I'm excited to have you. There's so much going on between the Digital Marketing Strategies Conference, PCG, agency growth, all of the new strategies we're developing and implementing for our clients. So I kind of want to dive just into everything because there's so much to talk about.
That work sounds great to me.
Cool. So I know this year is it your first time at DMSC?
First time that it'll be in Arizona, obviously, but yeah, second time I'll be at DMSC in total.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. So Arizona, first time we're going to Scottsdale. Super excited for that. And this year, you, me, and Denise, the president of PCG, are hosting a digital marketing mentorship course for marketing professionals at the dealership. So do you want to dive a little bit into that, maybe from the SEO side and why you're excited about it?
Yeah, I'm really excited to just be a part of this just because this is something new for me. So it'll be great to kind of showcase SEO on that stage and show everybody what PCG as a whole could bring from the SEO side of things, but
Mm-hmm.
also not just SEO, but how all your strategies tie into each other, as well as how to hold like your vendors accountable. Just because obviously we work with clients, we trust our clients, clients trust us, and how to keep that partnership between them without losing faith and trust with each other.
Yeah. And I think something that's so unique to the mentorship course that we're going to be offering for dealers who attend is how to vet your vendors. So when a dealer works with us at PCG, we're very transparent in the fact that we do digital really well. We don't do everything. We're not a
Mhm.
website provider. We're not a CRM. We're not a CDP, but we work with all of your different vendors because we want everything to work in tandem. So, something that we train a lot of our clients on, even though it's not necessarily part of our services, but it allows us to execute our services better, is how to vet your vendors and how to allow your vendors to work together as an extension of your marketing team. Because when a dealer signs on with us at PCG for full digital, we are 100% an extension of their marketing team. Sometimes I feel like I'm sitting in the room with them having
Yep.
these conversations. And, sometimes the GSM's on there, the marketing director, the dealer principal, everybody's in the room. We're all collaborating. So at the digital marketing mentorship course, we'll not only be teaching you how to vet your vendors, but how to almost create an internal marketing department at your dealership utilizing all of your vendors, which I think is super unique. That's in all of the events that I have attended in automotive, nobody has ever taught anybody how to do that.
Yeah, no, I agree with you completely. And I think just from seeing how well it works with our clients and how we have been a key asset in bringing the communications together throughout vendors with our clients will definitely help kind of spread the word throughout our mentorship course,
Yeah.
how other people could utilize the same tactics we've been using.
Exactly. And it's free. So as long as
Hmm.
you buy a DMSC dealer ticket, it's a completely free add-on. So it's so much knowledge, so much power in investing in a ticket because you get so much more than just the agenda. You're also getting this course and some other freebies too. So super exciting.
Yeah, definitely.
So let's pivot a little bit to the agency. So you are the director of SEO at the agency, and I feel like the last 12 months, specifically the SEO side, has expanded in growth
Yeah.
beyond what we could have ever imagined a year ago. And it's just so exciting for us. So why don't you dive into that a little bit more and just kind of share where you were a year ago versus now?
Yeah. So a year ago, I actually came back from maternity leave, and it was kind of like we took it with the ground running. We kind of just went with it, and our team nearly doubled. Our strategies have changed. We've enhanced our strategies. Our team overall has been more into testing unique strategies for clients. So we're not just like, hey, you're going to get A, B, and C with us.
Mm-hmm.
We will work with you. We'll figure out where your trouble areas are,
Mm-hmm.
where you are seeking, whether it is you're looking for more traffic to your website, more sales traffic, more service traffic, anything of that sort, even like your leasing and financing departments, helping those departments out. Our team has really been catering our strategies and making them unique to each dealership. Not one of our dealerships, I could say, pretty much has the same strategy. Even groups we work with, they all have their own unique strategy because they're their own dealership. So it's really been nice to see the growth, not only just from the department, but each individual on the team and seeing how they've grown.
Yeah, absolutely. And we recently partnered with SEMrush, right?
Yeah, we're super excited about that. That definitely is one of the best tools out there for keyword research, competitor analysis. Our team has really been diving in there and utilizing it to the fullest and bringing clients things that they necessarily would not normally see for their strategies without having like a third party vendor tool out there to kind of see where there's gaps or areas that we could kind of not capitalize on, but get the dealership seen in those areas where normally they
Hmm.
wouldn't look in those areas to be seen.
Yeah. Is there anything you're testing right now with the team?
There's there's always stuff we're testing.
You're like, let me list
I
one, two, three.
yeah, there's always stuff we're testing. There's always different things, different projects. Our team in general, something that we've been utilizing a lot in GA4 is Explore reports.
Okay.
We think it tells the bigger story to the strategy. Basically, in there, we could showcase how our content's doing, how anything that we're doing for your website is really working, what it's bringing in. We could break things down granularly in there. It's very appealing to the eye, so that's always a good thing. But outside of our standard reporting, that's something we're kind of rolling out to our clients, customized Explore reports. So that'll be something that a lot of our clients will kind of see within the next months.
That's great. And I think something else that a lot more of our clients who are signing on with us for the first time, whether they're a brand new client to us, but they've had a working website for a while, or they're a brand new dealership, is we offer a content boost, right?
Yep.
For any kind of website. So you want to dive into that a little bit because I think so many more of our dealers are taking advantage of that.
Yeah, definitely. Content boost is something that whether you have a new website platform or you kind of have been lacking in the content area on your actual website is something you could take advantage of. What it entails is basically instead of the standard content you'll get additional content. This will also help your SEO efforts because instead of slowly, gradually adding the content to your website that we would be doing through our strategy, we'll be adding additional content through it. So it'll definitely enhance your SEO strategy. It'll help Google index that content. But I think overall, especially if you're on a new website platform, we know website platforms sometimes don't carry over all of
Hmm.
your content.
Hmm.
The amount of times I've sat on client calls and they've been like, well, they're only going to bring over 10 pages.
Yeah.
So that's something too to kind of take into account if you're in that kind of predicament, just because it'll help bring all your content over or create new content if there isn't content there. So
That's great.
yeah, it's
That's
awesome.
something that dealers definitely need to remember if they are a brand new dealership, I feel like, especially
Hmm.
because we have the opportunity to provide you just so much content right off the bat for your website, which is fantastic. Like you said, for SEO efforts, the first month, the first year, the first couple years.
Yes.
That's exciting. So, one thing about PCG, as you know, you've been with PCG even longer than I have, right? 10 years, has it been?
It's
11 years?
like 12 now.
12?
Yes, 12, going on 13. So,
Wow.
yep.
Oh my gosh. Well, I feel like even, when you first started to now, we've always been an education first culture and an
Yep.
education first agency. With that, we're always providing and creating new resources like white papers, blogs, webinars, video blogs, all of that good stuff. And you recently wrote a white paper for SEO that's going to be released soon. So you want to tell everybody about that?
Yeah, I'm super excited. I kind of, the end of last year, I was kind of just thinking SEO in general. I feel like we kind of lose focus of the core principles and what SEO is focused on and what it should be focused on. And
Mm-hmm.
sometimes we just fall down rabbit holes and we're like, let's test this, let's do that. And we kind of lose our our grounding with that a little bit. So I created the modern age of SEO, adapting and excelling. So it's important to always remember that you need to have your basics with SEO and your fundamentals in order to build off that.
Mm-hmm.
If you lose focus of the fundamentals, you're not going to get anywhere with SEO.
Mm-hmm.
So this resource kind of not only brings you back to fundamentals, but it kind of goes more in depth of why you should be doing certain things. One of the biggest things I see across the board with dealerships is video. A lot of them complain they can't get videos, it's a hard time. It really isn't. If you have an iPhone, you can take a
Right.
video. It's one of
Right.
those things. We're in 2025 now. Take a video. When that new 2025 Ford Explorer comes off the truck, take a video of it. Throw it on your YouTube. We could optimize it. We could use it on your website. Like YouTube
Use it in
is,
your paid ads.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. YouTube is just as big of a search engine as Google, and a lot of
Mhm.
people are searching on YouTube. So why not take advantage of that as well. So in there's a lot of things like that, how you could take advantage of your video strategy, as well as some things such as like alt tags. People forget to put them on images on their website. Hello, like that's
Yeah,
one of the best things that you could put on there, and it's easy and takes 2 seconds to
right,
make sure that's on all your images.
right.
So all of that stuff's really important. So I'm very excited for it to be released. I'm very excited for everybody to kind of see and learn from it as well.
And that's going to be one of the free resources that you get when you attend the digital marketing mentorship course
Yes.
at DMSC, along with a slew of other resources from PCG. So, super excited about that. When it comes to short form video, I have this conversation too on the paid media end all of the time. I feel like I've been saying this from the mountaintops for the last 2.5 years. Short form video is just what we're primed to consume now. To your point, YouTube is just as big of a search engine as Google. And that's exactly right. Like, I'll go on TikTok before I go on Google now to
Yep.
look something up because I rather watch the video than read the blog. And it's not that I'm lazy and don't want to read the blog. It's just I consume video better. I'm now such a visual person because all of these social media platforms and just the way that we're heading digitally has primed me and everyone around me to receive content and digest content.
Mm-hmm.
You look for the video first, you read a blog about it second. That's
Yeah.
just how things work now. So the more short form video that you can produce, whether it's for your SEO efforts, your paid ad efforts, any kind of digital efforts, is better. And when it comes to PCG, when a dealer signs on with us for full digital, what's something that I'm really proud of, and that I think we do really well as an agency, is that we provide an interconnected marketing experience. So when a dealer signs on for full digital, SEO, paid search, paid social media, we're working all together. You get a team of 6, which you don't get anywhere else. And
Mm-hmm.
you are able to connect the dots that if you're working with a separate vendor for SEO, a separate vendor for Google ads, sometimes
Mm-hmm.
even a separate vendor for Microsoft ads, and then for Meta, and then for TikTok, and they're not talking to each other, you're wasting so much money. So by having everything under one roof, like I mentioned earlier, it allows you to just have an extension of your marketing team just in another building, which I think is so special and unique.
I think it helps too with just troubleshooting stuff too. I know,
Yeah.
especially with like ASC events and all that stuff that our teams have worked on, the SEM and SEO teams together. Like, if you're working with outside vendors on that, it'll be a little bit harder to coordinate like your SEO and SEM efforts for that, to make sure that everything's in there, everything's properly tracking. But we have such great communication, I feel like, internally between the teams, that it works really well.
Yeah, and we set that standard.
Yep.
As an agency, we set that ASC standard to optimize SEO efforts, to optimize Google advertising, to allow that to impact your social advertising. So, working with an agency that literally set the standard, it's like there's no other option in my mind. And yeah, of course, I'm a little biased, but to work with somebody who set the standard and who understands it inside and out like our team does is just, I think, super important and invaluable in 2025.
Yeah, no, I agree with you completely on that. It just makes sense.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for joining me for the PCG podcast. I'm excited to go to Scottsdale with you in April. Going to be so much fun. We haven't traveled together since Italy 2 years ago. I think, or was it 3 years ago now? A long
Yeah.
time. And host the digital marketing mentorship course with you. So we'll see everybody in April.
Sounds good. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming.